Flashing impressive blues and a perky crest, this jay is quite a familiar sight of eastern yards. But despite being well known, much about this intelligent corvid remains a mystery. In all the years I've been observing the spunky group in the woodlands behind my home, I've witnessed some pretty interesting behavior. In this video, I'm going to share one interesting thing about their courtship feeding that I've witnessed over the years. I hope you enjoy. Blue jays have a hypnotizing way about them, their lovely blues, perky crest, and adorable behaviors. The most awesome thing about them though, to me anyway, these birds are very much individual, in both behavior and appearance, which has allowed me to know them apart so well as I do, even knowing who is female and who is male, because as you know, unlike other birds like cardinals for an example, visually, female and male jays are the same. Females are no less blue than males. There is one small detail though, their size. Males tend to be larger, about 3% larger. Hard to notice unless a pair is next to one another. By the way, if you want a full breakdown on how I can tell individual blue jays apart so well as I do, I will leave a link up in the right hand corner there now. For the most part, behavior is what has always helped me determine who is female and who is male. There are also calls that help me distinguish males from females. Bobbing up and down while making a low purr-like growl is the female. Hard not to smile or chuckle as females bob up and down. Very serious to her though. The squeaky gate call, a high whining two-part call, is done by males, often with a similar bobbing up and down motion. I should mention though that there are two versions of the squeaky gate call as far as I know. This one I only ever hear males making. The second version, however, this one, can be heard by males and females. The jay in this clip is Snowy, a female. She's upset with Feisty Jay intruding on her and her mate's space. In this clip, Blue, a male jay, is using the call and seems to be a kind of alert call, in this case because of a crow. So to recap, rattle call is made by females only. Squeaky gate call version 1 made by males only as far as I can tell. In my nearly a decade of observing blue jays, I've never heard females make it before. Squeaky gate version 2 used by females and males. The most common and easiest behavioral way to tell a male and female jay apart is the sweet courtship feeding, where the male gives his female a food offering, which is what a lot of people use to determine their sex. Once a bond is formed, blue jays mate for life. This means they have to maintain and reinforce that bond. Food offerings is one way they do that, which can be observed all year round, not just in spring. Although food offerings do occur more frequently in spring and late summer. Being the complex, mysterious birds that blue jays are though, things aren't always as straightforward as they seem. And if it weren't for my ability to recognize individual jays from one another, I might very well have missed this. Females giving food offerings to their male. Yes, it's true. The first time I witnessed it was several years ago during fall and with my favorite blue jay pair, Blue and Sweet Girl. I witnessed Sweet Girl give him a peanut. Every year, usually late summer or early fall, I witnessed Sweet Girl do that, but never got it on video. This year, however, I finally captured it. I just so happened to have the camera set on slow motion ready to go for whatever came. Sometimes things just fall together perfectly. Sweet Girl gave Blue a seed, and he took it too. Now you must be thinking, oh great, now I'll never be able to tell them apart. But the one thing I notice with these female food offerings is that they are rare, very rare. And it only happens, or at least is more likely to occur, during late summer and fall. It seems that females tend to do this when there are other jays intruding on her space, which by the way is a very emotional experience for them. Jays get quite upset when other jays are in their company. Perhaps this is her way of reinforcing their bond, showing him that she is still a good mate. It's not just the males who have work to do, the females also have to put an effort in. With that said, I have seen Sweet Girl give Blue a food offering even when they are alone, so it's not just when other jays are around. She isn't the only female I've seen do this either. Isn't Sweet Girl adorable as she offered Blue that little seed? And look at Blue, such a lovely guy. If there's anything I've learned from observing birds out in the field as I have all these years, it's that birds, and especially corvids, are far more complex than people would like to think. There is something else I witnessed between these two, tail shivering. I only ever seen it a total of 3 times over the 9 years I've been observing them. This is the only video I've been lucky enough to get. They stand next to each other, make little soft sounds, and both shiver or shake their tail feathers. Unlike with the behavior of females giving their male a food offering, I have only seen this behavior between Blue and Sweet Girl, none of the other jays. But that's not to say it doesn't happen. Obviously this is a very rare thing. I've only ever seen it 3 times. On the 3 separate occasions, each one occurred near the nest and at the end of nesting, when the babies were close to fledging. I've always wondered what it could mean. I like to think it's a happy thing, like they are proud of how far they've come with raising their babies. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video.